Game tomorrow against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Do you know anything about that team?
I know they're a good team. I know they've had some success in the past, but right now we're pretty happy and pretty excited with the way we're trending. So we're going to try to continue that tomorrow.
And how big is this game tomorrow? Obviously, so much on the line.
Yeah, no. I mean, to put ourselves in a position to get home ice for the playoffs is something that we really value. I think it has a lot of benefits as far as game planning goes, we tend to think that our rink here is a tough rink to play in. So, we would rather be playing here than anywhere else. So, it's going to be a huge game tomorrow, and we know it, and they know it, and it's certainly going to be a playoff game for sure.
There seems to be a buzz. I mean, do you guys feel that, or like? It's an exciting time of year.
Oh no, I mean it always ramps up as the season goes on and gets into that playoff push and then certainly into the playoffs and that excitement builds and you feel it for sure, but you don't try to let it get the best of you. You try to stay calm with your emotions, certainly emotional, but under control.
Is it going to be weird for you?
I'm sure it'll be a little weird at first, but it's one of those things where it's a hockey game, and you can't change how you play or what your outlook is based on who you're playing or who your friends are. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's going to be one of those things where you're going to try to put the same product out there you would against anybody, and you might piss some friends off, but that's why you're their friends. So hopefully they'll forgive you.
You still have a lot of friends over there, obviously, right?
Yeah, certainly.
2 years what you guys did, but on the ice, it has to all go away. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing that happens from this point onward is going to change, what we've accomplished together and the friendships that we're going to have outside of the ice surface. But once you get on the ice, it's got to be business as usual as far as how you're going to play and how you're going to treat guys out there. You can't be letting off on somebody just because you like them and then they're going to embarrass you. It's not really going to fly. So you got to be as hard on your friends as you are on anybody, if not harder, just to make sure they don't embarrass you. So
when that trade happened and they sent you to Ottawa and that whole deal, did that catch you by surprise? Did you kind of feel like there might have been something coming, or was it a complete shock?
Well, I mean, it was it's one of those things where as a UFA, there's always a chance that you could be moved at the end of the season at the deadline there. So. They were pretty open and honest and very transparent with the fact they wanted a center. From what I hear, it's I was the one that had to be moved to get that done. And you know what? That's business. That's the business side of things. And regardless of how you felt at the time, or how I felt at the time, I'm very happy with where I am now, and certainly very happy with the team that we have and the product that we've been putting on the ice here the past couple of weeks, and certainly very excited to see how this journey goes.
Does tomorrow have a little more weight on it just because of the teams involved, what could happen down the road, the history that they've had? You've been a part of it on the other side of it. Pittsburgh has kind of owned this team lately.
Right. I think everyone's aware of that. I think it's smart to be aware of that. I don't think it behooves you to, be intimidated or be scared or, be, worried or apprehensive just because of what's happened in the past. We're a very different team now, even than this team was last year. I think with the confidence that we have and the way that we're playing right now, going into this situation and into playoffs, we're happy with how we're playing, and we're determined to continue to play better through that. And I think tomorrow is a great opportunity to continue to play better against, what has been the best team in the NHL the past 2 seasons.
And this seems like a different team even from the last time they played. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
You guys have won 16 and 20, something like that.
Yeah. Yep. No, it's been a great trajectory that we've been on, and we're going to try to continue to get better. You have to try to continue to get better, and like I said, trying to get better and compete against, what has been the best team in the NHL the past 2 years. Not only is it a great benchmark for us, but it's a great way to, put ourselves in a good situation. Hopefully looking forward to the playoffs.
Does this have any kind of feel similar for you that 2 years ago when you guys went on that huge run in this season? Then you obviously had a great run in the playoffs.
You know, you can definitely see some similarities there. There was obviously a coaching change in Pittsburgh, but earlier on, and then we brought in some great players at the deadline. You know, Justin Schultz being one of them, and brought up a lot of young guys from Wilkes-Barre, and really, like you said, went on a really nice, great run, and carried that momentum and that confidence into the postseason. That's certainly something we're going to try to do here. Is continue to build confidence, continue to build momentum. And I think you've seen it in our recent games where we've fallen behind, not good, but come back and either tied the game, gotten points, or like last night, come back and win the game. And that's great to see. And those are the kind of situations and experiences come playoff time when you're down a goal, when you're down 2 goals, that you can look back and say, guys, we've done it before. We're fine. Everyone relax, calm down, get back to the way we're playing. Even if we're down 3 goals early in the game, hey, continue to play the same way, and we have the ability to come back in this game. And it's great to see, and it's certainly a confidence builder for sure going forward.
You mentioned how this building has been for you guys. In that series last year, at least from the outside looking in, the 2 games here were a lot different than the 3 games in Pittsburgh. It seemed like they had more jump, and you guys were a little bit more on the defensive. Now, you guys were already up 2-0, but did the series feel different in the 2 buildings?
Well, over my career, this has always been a tough building to play as a visitor. There's always been a lot of emotion coming from the fans. The home team here, the Blue Jackets, certainly come out with a lot of emotion and a lot of jump and try to get right on you. And as a visitor, you hate to hear that cannon. So if you hear that early in the first couple of shifts, it certainly shakes you a little bit. So that's certainly something that I think we, Columbus, certainly take pride in being able to use this arena and use the energy that our fans have and try to parlay that into good starts and momentum for us. So.
The rivalries were just so many different facets that have to be there. The regional thing is big. It's always when a guy, there's always a connection there.
Oh, thank you.
There's always the whistle a connection there with the guy that changes teams. That can only enhance it. Are you comfortable being that guy who's sort of the focal point of this, or firebrand part of this, a new part of this rivalry?
Well, certainly the geographical aspect of it is a thing, and Pittsburgh's had a ton of success, and some of it at the expense of Columbus. Do I want to be the focal point of that rivalry? No, I don't think that's my position. I think there's a lot of great players here that have been in here longer and have been a part of it longer. But I'm certainly going to dive right in. Like I said before, I'm very excited to play Pittsburgh. I think we have a good chance. I think we're confident in our abilities going into the game against Pittsburgh, and I don't think we're scared or intimidated by it. I think that sometimes teams can be with the names that they have, and I think that some of the tougher games that we had when I was on Pittsburgh were against teams that played right up in our face and didn't give us any room to skate, didn't give us any room to play. And, that's something that we're certainly going to try to do.
Sorry. I was just going to say, have you almost become temporarily part of the coaching staff, or would you become that for, because with the inner sanctum is there, the secrets, the goalie communication to the defenseman, all that.
I do know all those things, yeah. This is why you don't see many NFL trades during the season, because they know the playbook, right? So, it's just one of those things that, you try to deal with the best you can.
Have guys been picking your brain?
A little bit.
Torts said he wants you guys to have a ball tomorrow. I mean, you seem like the kind of guy who would enjoy playing Podunk Polytechnic School for the Hockey Impaired West Campus branch. So how much more fun...
Good team, actually.
Yeah. Underrated. Sneaky athletic.
Yeah. Dangerous players.
How much more fun can you have in a game like this one? Since you're a guy who seems to enjoy hockey all the time. Yeah, no, I certainly do, and especially when the desperation and the intensity gets ramped up, it just gets even more fun. Every play that you make has that much of a weight on it, right? It matters that much more, and it's scenarios that I've always liked to be in.
And being at home, there's certainly be a lot of energy from the crowd. But even being in these situations on the road, I think the ability to kind of stay calm about it, but also get excited, take the energy from the building, take the energy that you're in from the situation that you're in, and use it in your favor. And put the other guys in a tough position and make them make mistakes. And if you do that enough times for long enough, it usually works out in your favor. So
You've lifted the cup with that team twice now. Is it easy to cut emotional ties to those colors and those teammates? Or do you almost need to be angry a little bit to get past all of that stuff for a game like this, to get past the awkwardness?
Yeah. Well, I think it's something where what we accomplished as a team and in the past, that's never going to change. That is, that's in stone now. That's great. That's awesome. I'm not a part of that anymore. I'm not trying to three-peat. I'm trying to win with this team, and we're trying to win our first Stanley Cup. And that's really the only way to look at it in my mind. I mean, will it be weird seeing the black and gold over there at first? Yeah, probably. But I don't think that changes what my mindset's going to be or what I'm going to try to do out there, as a player, or what we're trying to accomplish as a team, and my role in what we're trying to accomplish. And I think it's certainly not just going to be another game, but it's something where you try to take the situation and try to normalize it as best you can.
Is there any healthy animosity there?
Well, there's certainly the rivalry of a team you came from, and a team that is certainly very, very good, and you want to beat them. You want to compete against the best players in the league, and you're certainly going to get that against Pittsburgh. And you want to beat the best players in the league, and that's our goal. And we want to put ourselves in a great position come playoff time. Yeah. Home ice is huge. If we can take ourselves down that road, it's very, very beneficial for us.
Money on the board.
Certainly. Yeah. A lot of games against Detroit, St. Louis, Pittsburgh. Right. Been a lot of money on the board recently.
Imagine me advantage.
I know. Tell me about it.
As good as
every team.
As good as Bob has been overall, a bunch of teams. Pittsburgh's kind of one team he struggled against recently. Is there anything from your perspective you can tell him, or to help him be a little bit, more at ease against them, maybe?
Well, they have some premier scorers on their team. I think everyone's aware of that. I mean, with how Phil's been can always shoot the puck, and how Gino's been scoring recently, and Sid's dangerous every time he touches a puck. They have some really great hockey players on their team, and probably a collection of the most dangerous in the league. I'm not a goalie. I don't try to pretend to know the ins and outs of goalieing. And
I think you just made that.
Well, it works.
We get it.
He's a fantastic goalie. He's a Vezina winner. He knows what he needs to do best to get ready for the games. I just think it's a mindset as a team that, hey, we can't be scared of them. We can't be afraid of them. We need to go out and be right in their face. And not trying to go out and kill everybody, but certainly going out and playing them hard, and temporary lockers, can't get the nameplates to stay on, But go out and play them hard every shift, every battle, every puck battle, every engagement in the D zone, every engagement in the offensive zone. And I think this team, Columbus, is really, really good at doing that. And I think if we battle them all over the ice, I think that we'll limit their chances, and we'll limit their grade A chances, their dangerous chances, which in turn would certainly put Bob in a better spot. So,
I only have one more for you. You mentioned earlier your feelings at the deadline.
Mm-hmm.
What were those feelings, and are those different now?
Well, I think
Has time kind of changed that?
Yeah. Well, I think like I mentioned earlier, it's regardless of what I felt at the time, I think looking at it now, I'm very excited, very excited for what we have here, what we can accomplish, the potential that we have, and very happy to be here. I mean, this locker room is full of a great group of guys, and I'm just very happy to be a part of it. And I think we could really go on a run, and it's very, very exciting, and trades are always kind of a nerve-wracking thing, especially on the deadline. Certainly nerve-wracking. Everyone knows that. But it's
You're making it awfully hard.
I know. But now, after
I'm just surprised I haven't dunked.
I know, the ceiling tile is going to start falling soon. You never know.
Might fall right over the top of your head.
But it's something that you try to deal with the best you can as a player, and I'm very excited to be here and very happy to be here, and very proud of what we'd accomplished, and certainly very excited about the idea of the potential that we have.